Hi, I'm Lachlan from Embroidery Source, and today we're going to be talking about the TransferRIP software. TransferRIP has 5 steps before we're ready to print our design. The first step is profile selection. TransferRIP allows us to import a color profile into the program that enables the printer to achieve the best color reproduction possible. By clicking on Profile Updates in the TransferRIP software, it will take us to the TransferRIP website and give us an option of downloading a color profile for different kinds of printers and different kinds of forever papers. Download the color profile for the printer and the forever paper type that you intend to use, and then import it into TransferRIP. We do this by selecting the Import button in Forever TransferRIP, selecting the color profile that we've downloaded, and then pressing Open. We'll now see that that profile has appeared under the Imported Profiles list. To proceed, we'll click on the profile that we want to use, and then press Select down the bottom right, or we can double-click the profile in the profile list. Step 2 is job selection. Here we choose the design we're going to print and the size that we're going to print it at. To choose the size, we select the size from the drop-down box just to the left of the Load File button. The main 2 sizes we're going to be interested in are DIN A4 and DIN A3. Next, press the Load File button and select the design that you intend to print, and then press Open. This will load the design into the job selection list. Once the design appears in the list, you can click on it to see a small preview image of the design in a black box below. Clicking on this image will take us to the next step. You can also press the Delete button while the design is selected to remove that design from the list. Step 3 is color management. In Step 3, we're able to tweak the brightness and contrast and gamma of different colors of the design without having to go back into our media program. We're also able to remove a specific color from being printed and adjust how close to that color we want the program to remove. We also have the option of changing the substrate color, or the white background behind the image, on the program, just so we can see what it will look like on different colors of fabric. If we press Next, it will take us to Step 4. Step 4 is control of the spot channel. This is the most important step in TransferRIP because it allows us to control how much extra white toner we put down behind the design. In order to enable this option, we change No Spot Channel to Spot Channel Fill Up. In order to change how much of the design has white toner put behind it, we can change the Fill Up Spot Up To option. 150 to 200% coverage is recommended, but it can go anywhere from 50% to 400% coverage. Multiplicate Spot By allows us to change how much white toner is put down behind the design in the areas where we're adding additional white. This can go anywhere from a factor of 0.25 to a factor of 5. Most of the time though, we keep this at a factor of 1. The underfilling option is an option a lot like choke channels in other programs. What this allows us to do is to reduce the size of the white toner that's being produced by a number of pixels in order to make it slightly smaller than the color toner that we're putting behind. This means that it's not going to peek out of the sides of the design and have a white halo around the edges. This can go anywhere from Don't Process, where it doesn't underfill at all, to 5 pixels. Preserve Partial Transparency is an option that allows us to improve how well the white toner is put down behind the design, where the edges of a design or parts of the design fade to transparency. Once you're happy with the spot channel options you've selected, you can press Next to proceed to Step 5. Step 5 is the print and screen settings. Here we select which printer we intend to print from, how many copies we intend to print, and whether or not we'll be mirroring. Unless your design is already mirrored when you upload it to TransferRIP, we recommend that you mirror it here. Screenings allow you to affect the rasterization of an image in case you want to put either lines or dots through it. In print settings, we set the media type to transparency when we're working with Forever products. For the input tray, we always select multi-purpose tray because it allows the Forever paper to travel through the printer in a way that isn't going to scratch the paper. The output tray can be left at automatic. Offset X and offset Y are telling the printer to print the design slightly off of the center. This is either horizontally or vertically. The measurement of the offset to the right can be determined in millimeters, centimeters, or inches. For ICC profiles, we always select No ICC Profile. Once you're happy with all of your print settings, you can press print to send the design to your printer. The screening section of step 5 is known as the Rasterisation section. Similar to half-toning, rasterization can improve the stretch, feel and washability of Forever prints. There are a number of options for our screening. Use screening from printer means that there is no rasterization. Use screening as configured as a mask recommended for bright media is for light and white colored garments. Recommended for dark media is for dark and black colored garments. And use micro mask is for middle color garments like solid reds and blues. Mask refers to lights per inch. This means how many dots or lines the rasterization will use per inch. A high mask will use lots of small dots, whereas a low mask will use few big dots. Both options will remove the same amount of design, just in different ways. Shadow tolerance determines which colors or tones to remove. A low shadow tolerance will remove less of the colors in the garment, whereas a high shadow tolerance will remove more of the colors. Angle determines what angle the dots and lines will be angled. Lines are best at 0 degrees so that they stretch with the material of the shirt, or 90 degrees. Euclidean is best at 52.5 degrees because it prevents us from being able to see a pattern and looks more natural. Highlights affect how much of the light colors will be replaced with dots or lights. A low highlight means that most of the light colors will remain solid. Shadows means how much of the dark colors will be replaced with dots or lines. That is to say, how much of the dark colors will be removed during rasterization. Micromask percentage is only available when using micromask as the screening. It refers to how much of the design is replaced by dots or lines. This will apply the rasterization evenly across the entire design. It can range from 2% to 50%. Here are some recommended settings for rasterization. We always keep our highlights at 2 and our shadows at 98. If we're using Euclidean for our dot shape, the best angle is 52.50. If we're using lines, 0 degrees for stretchy garments is the best, or 90 degrees. If you'd like to learn more, you can visit our website at embroiderysource.com.au. If you'd like to see more, you can watch our suggested videos just on the right. Thank you for watching.